have a young entrepreneur in the studio with us this morning, Carter Schmidt. Good morning, Carter.
Morning.
How are you this morning?
Good.
Kind of early for you. Well, wait a minute. Shouldn't you be in school?
No. School starts at 9 o'clock.
It does? Man, I should have gone to your school. Where do you go to school, young man?
I go to Eastern Elementary.
All right, very nice. All right, so you're a composter.
That's right.
Explain to the listening audience what composting means.
It's just throwing a bunch of food scraps and leaves, straw, and like that stuff in a big pile, waiting a few, months, and then it's compost.
And voila, it's compost. I'm going to ask your dad if he wouldn't mind closing my studio door now. I'm changing my mind. The FM dorks next door are absolutely yelling out of there, and it got so warm, but now it's cooled off, and so now my pictures are being taken, but I'm in my white t-shirt. This is really a classy outfit we got going here. All right, so you have clients that fill up buckets of what? Food scraps and whatever, people at their house, and then what? Take it from there.
I take the buckets and then leave a new one, dump the food scraps in my pile, and then every 4 to 6 months, I take the compost and give it back to them.
Oh, you do return it to them. You don't keep it for yourself. All right, so how do you get the bucket of whatever it is home?
I use a trailer and a bike.
On your bike.
Uh-huh.
You dump it in there, and now, after a while, it's got to get kind of heavy.
Uh-huh.
What kind of bike do you have?
I have just a 20-incher mountain bike.
All right. So, now, when did you come up with this idea?
My dad came up with it when we were going to Tucson.
Son, you need to get a job. All right? 8 years, you're 8, correct? You've been lying around the house for 8 years, you're doing nothing. Right? Yeah, the old man said it's time to get a job. All right? Okay, keep going.
And then, so he was just looking at this small-scale composting business, and he's like, hey, doesn't this look fun? And I'm like, yeah. And he's
Wait a minute. Sure. Old sandwiches and spaghetti? Why wouldn't it look fun? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
And then, so that's how I started my composting business.
Okay, so you got the idea.
Uh-huh.
And you have to kind of figure out what you need, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you had to get what? I mean, I would assume the main part of it is getting buckets.
Yep.
All right, so how many buckets did you start out with?
I don't know, only like...
What do you mean you don't know?
I didn't count.
So how many do you have?
Right now, I don't know, like 50?
All right. Well, apparently when you go into your meeting this afternoon, we probably should look at inventory. All right, so you have customers.
Yep.
How did you get these customers?
My blog and pictures and stuff.
And did you go like door to door and say, hi, my name's Carter. This is my bucket. I'd like to make compost for you. Did you do any of that?
No, but we did make business cards and drop them in mailboxes.
Really? And you got response from that?
Not really.
Okay. Well, they all can't be winners because, hey, let me just give you a little tip. That face-to-face communication with people, shaking hands, that works. All right? So how many clients you have right now?
36.
36.
Well, almost 37.
Well, 30. Are you trying to trip me up this morning? Because last time I checked, I mean, even a Michigan State Spartan would understand that 36 is almost 37. Would you agree?
Yeah.
You're a Michigan fan. You're a Michigan fan, correct?
Uh-huh.
And go blue. All right, so you charge these people $5 a month?
Uh-huh.
Are you hiring?
My brother.
Your brother, how old's your brother?
5.
Who's
and
barely tall enough, 5.5, excuse me. Who's barely tall enough to look over the desk here. He helps you.
Yep.
What do you pay him?
Half.
He gets half? What is he doing for half? Oh boy, we got to talk. I think you got to get him as an hourly employee, but make sure you're paying into all the funds and everything, because you don't want the man showing up on your doorstep. Say, how about a little piece of my action, huh? All right, so he washes out buckets and everything?
Yeah, it was my grocery. And I sleep in late.
Oh, typical management. Yeah, oh, I know, that's right. Someone else is doing all the hard work, and you're lounging around collecting cash. How long have you been doing this?
Since April.
Wow. All right, so what, now will you continue to do it through the winter?
Uh-huh.
You can compost during the winter?
Yep.
How big of a pile do you have at home?
Well, we have 8 piles.
And how big? Like, how big are they? Are they as tall as you? Oh, boy. 8 piles that are taller than you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, eventually your dad's going to go, gosh, I don't know, this was such a good idea. Dad, we are going to need more room for compost. Carter?
Yeah.
This is not class. You don't have to raise your hand. Just do what everyone else does and interrupt me. Go right ahead.
Well, the person that was right next door to us moved away, so I was trying to get my dad to buy me their house so I could just take in their space.
Excellent idea. However, the problem with that, now he's going to want to be a partner. Which means you may have to renegotiate the deal with the little brother. Because I don't know what's going on over there, because I don't know how much you want to give up the piece of the action. You know what I'm saying? All right, so you were in the paper. Where did I see? I actually did a search and found you. How has fame been for you so far? You've gotten a lot of attention.
Yeah.
You're letting it go to your head.
Uh-huh.
You are. Big ego now? You seem very nice. Whatever you do, remember the people on the way up. When you were the compost king of northern Michigan, remember us little people, all right? All right, so what are you doing with your money? I heard in your other interview that you've reinvested in the company a little bit and you're buying stuff. What have you had to buy?
I bought a new bike.
Nice.
And I'm going to buy a trailer.
Another trailer. I would assume maybe a bigger trailer?
Way bigger.
Well, now wait a minute. If you buy a really big trailer and you put a lot of stuff in it, how are you going to haul it around?
Oh, yeah. Maybe some media?
Well, I'm just saying, it's good to expand, but maybe you have to you can employ the old man. He could be like your guy, just, but don't give away percentages. Just pay him $3 or $4 an hour. Well, we had a lot to talk about. All right, does Dad ever help you, or is it all you?
It's J-Mo. It's them too.
All right. Well, so do you do this after school, I suppose?
I do it on the weekends.
All right. So how much cash you talking here?
Do you mean how much?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got 35 clients a month times 5,
yeah,
that's not bad.
Right now I have like 800.
Do you have a tax ID number?
What's that?
Try to come up with a better answer than what's that. Because, you're 8, you're cute, it's funny, but after a while those people in the pinstripe suits lose their sense of humor. And hopefully the city's not, watch out for the city, because the city might start hammering and harshing your mellow. You know what you tell them? Why don't you go compost yourself? That was a terrible thing to say. All right, we're interviewing Carter Schmidt this morning. He was in the building, and I wanted to grab him, so we're recording this. We'll play it back in the Vic McCarty show. Probably under I don't know, we'll play it somewhere. Wednesdays we do Small Business Focus, and you are both small and a small business at the same time. What's on your sweatshirt there?
University of Calgary.
What are you talking about? All right, is there a Christmas bonus in for your partner? Are you going to put a little something aside to give him a little something?
Maybe.
All right. What do you mean, maybe?
That means probably no.
You got to keep the workers happy. All right. Your website is what? It's Carter's with an apostrophe, compost.com. Carter Schmidt, you're also on Facebook and Twitter. What's your Twitter?
It's at Carter's Compost.
I got to tell you, you're on the ball, young man. Way to go. Are you making good compost?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
All right. Excellent. Well, it's very nice to talk to you. What does that bag say? 100% worm poop?
That's for you, Vic.
You brought me worm poop. Well, I'm flattered.
100%.
Thank you, Carter. Very nice. Thanks to your father, and keep working hard, young man, with your brother. All right. All right, Mel, go ahead and legal.